Here we go on. Here we go on. Here we go on. That is not fair. So last night, I was typically talking about the treatment that would have occurred at the General Hospital last night. And you know the thing, some of the doctors and nurses, they don't want to get exposed at the hospital. So here what? They know what they're doing. All of them went and they put on a mask. They went and put on a mask. One of the doctor, which is Dr. Pearson, he does the casualty. He said the hospital is only for accident and emergency. He said it is for people who get stab wound and maybe who have a concussion, who have a stroke or a heart attack. Then I say, well, if somebody sick bad and they dying, they can't come to hospital. So you rather they stay there and they suffer and they dead. So it's like he was like there and he kind of like hesitating to answer. So are they, and I don't do this people and them nothing, you know, because I go there because I wasn't feeling well. I was feeling ill, like if I'm going to pass out. So are they, the admin gastro room. Well, the doctor start asking me questions and thing I answer and so forth. Next thing, when I do so, but when I sit down there, but my spirit tell me something do right. So are they, and I sit down. But I find like something wasn't right in truth. So while I was videoing and talking about how the nurses and doctors treating patients at the General Hospital, here what they do. While I was walking out, on my way out, I saw a policeman. He was dressed all in black. The policeman, he was dressed all in black with red stripes and thing, and he had other security there. Because they say no. Because they say from now on, he's supposed to have like police and thing doing checks and thing because they want to see if you have a weapon and thing in your bag. So I was explaining certain things to the officer. But he have a kind of tall nurse there. She playing like she moving with me good in a kind of way, and I was kind of explaining certain things to her, you know. But then she was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that and thing, but not knowing she gone shoo give them nurses and them in the nurses station. You see why you cannot trust people? So when I do so, she stabbed me in my back. Here we go on. So while I'm talking to the officer say, well, he don't really know what's going on. And so forth. I say, well, officer, those who get beaten by the bee will feel this thing. So I say, officer, I feeling the pressure and the pain, so hear me out. So I was talking to him and thing. So I say, officer, I go out to walk home because they go say the ambulance is not for that and the ambulance can't carry me home. So when I do so and I start walking home, I find something was looking suspicious in the hospital there. When I do so, I see the nurse come. The same nurse was gone hypocrite me. She say, doctor calling you inside, he don't finish with you yet. I say, nurse, don't come outside and do me this thing to make the thing look like bad, like I actually walk out of the hospital. Like I already didn't really doing anything for me in the hospital there. More than harming gastro room there, talking about people business in the nurses station and doing them, ill-treating them in that hospital there. I say, don't do that. I say, we're here for a good time, we're not here for a long time. So when I walk in, go down, I see the same officer I was talking to, he see a light, but he thought it was the ambulance or whatever come with a patient. So when I do so and I turn around, so I see a woman police. So the officer said, that is the young lady, they're talking about me. I say, but officer, wait. I could have dropped down. I say, officer, what? Why you come for me? The officer say, well, they get a call from casualty saying XYZ. I say, officer, did you come and meet me getting on in any dismannerly way or getting on in any way? I say, officer, up to now, I'm in shock, you know. I'm speechless. I say, officer, I don't know what all that about. But what them doctors and nurses set me up. They call the police to bring me up in Monge because they don't want to be exposed at the hospital. So they call the cops to bring me up in Monge, but the police was like that it was a waste call because they don't see that was uncalled for. So when I think, as I go to take out my phone to do a Facebook Live with the police was actually getting me to bring in the ambulance, you know, to bring me in Monge last night. So here I go on. As I go to haul out my phone, the other police say, just go on, you check. I wasn't really resisting to go. I just abide, you know, in a peaceful way, and I go. because the Lord see I don't deserve that. You know, people like me, so people will treat that way. But one thing, nobody don't know where they go fall. Be careful how some of y'all treat people, you know. Let me watch how God good. When I go sit down in the ambulance day, but the same nurse were playing she thing in a different one. She did in the ambulance day and she sit down and I crying out to me, God, eh? And I say, but God, I can't take it. Take me home. You know, I was just asking the Lord to take me home because I find that was really stupidness and uncalled for. I say, Father, either you take me home or you cause some other thing bad to happen or some kind of thing, you know? So I could get involved. You know, I was just telling the Lord that because the Lord see how I was really feeling and thing, you know. So when I do so and they go with me in the ambulance now, the ambulance man day and he plain innocent and all of them crook, you know, crook and team up and do that, you know, all of them they silent now. So I say, nurse, let me mark your face good. I watch her thing. I say, we here for a good time, not for a long time. I say, be careful how y'all treat people, you know, because there is a God. So when I go, well, as I reach in Mongi Day by the security part, I say, secure, let me go up, man, let me go up, take a walk with me, man. I say, I finally reached in the prison. The officer say, in prison for what? What you going in prison for? So I say, officer, what is your name? She says, she name is Officer Charles. I say, officer, you don't spray and that is the way you want to treat people and handle people, officer. So when I do so, I go up, because the one that was in the ambulance, they way behind walking. So I go up, I reach. I talk to the nurses good, I greet them, I tell them good night, I sit down there. You know? Well, the nurses was like, why they bring me here for? Nothing to do me. And so forth. So they call the doctor, tell the doctor, explain to the doctor. And then afterwards and thing, the doctor said they go release me today. When I do so and I think now, well, the doctor asked me a couple questions because I've been praying and thing. So when I go there, I see Melva inside it. Melva, you all know Melva, what is there, she'll show and enjoy, she'll party and think Melva. So I see Melva there. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I see one of them male nurse end up taking something, a piece of thing from the restraining, what it was restraining, and start to give Melva some, start to hit Melva with it. And then I see a security come there and she drag Melva on the ground. And then she say, Melva, behave, stop getting on so and thing. And she just chuck Melva on the bed and she strapped down Melva and she foot. But Melva was born naked and thing. And Melva say she wanted to mess because she even tell me, go and tell the nurse that she want to mess because she was in restraint and like they really bother with Melva. So afterwards and thing, she tell one of them patient and one of them patient went and tell the nurse and then one of the nurse come and strap down that patient. And then afterwards and thing, Melva end up messing and peeing in the bed because they refuse to come and take her out of the restraint that she go and mess. And then afterwards they say, Melva, clean up that day, and they was kind of roughing her up. And but then I couldn't really say anything more than to just cry because I say Melva was my mother and she was my grandmother and I don't really, take advantage of Melva. And so for me and Melva we did talking and thing, and she was just crying and thing, and I was just feeling it for her and thing. And then afterwards and then the doctor come and they talk to me. They ask me questions and thing and I just answer. And then they discharge me and they send me home because they think nothing wrong with me, nothing do me because people thinking I'm crazy, people thinking I'm mad. You see why this country is full with crimes and so much gun violence because of the things they're doing to innocent people. You don't treat people like that. And people like me, so people go treat like dog. And people who really want to turn a listening about that to tell you, a praying person is a powerful person. And the Lord see, I didn't meant to be there. So he released me today, and I thank God for that. But I just pray God, he released, just as he released me, he released Melva too from that crazy house. Because I know Melva was there enjoying she little self, having she little time, and she little party. So Carnival take Melva up there. So I come on the live just to say the wicked thing they do to me. And that is all I have to say. Well, I don't really bathe yet and thing because since I was in casualty day, I didn't come home and thing, so I couldn't really take a fresh and thing. So I didn't take a bathe and thing, so I just cool enough because it just too long come home, just cool enough to take a little fresh and then thing. So that's what I come to say. Y'all, God was sleeping. Don't treat people like me and Melva like that way and in the crazy house. So they bring me in crazy house last night for no reason at all. You see how some of the doctors and nurses in casualty wicked and evil just because they don't like you. And the doctor that pushing all that, Dr. Hannah Antwine, after she medically tied my fallopian tube and telling me if I do it, I'm going to keep my son. And all of them know what they plan. And then it's like anytime she see me in casualty, she always has some kind of thing to say, throwing some type of word, like if casualty is hers and all kind of thing. So, that to tell you that there is a God. And I thank God I'm out of the crazy house today. They bring me up there last night, and the Lord released me this morning because the doctor and them see nothing didn't do me. So I thank God for that. Well, I want you all to keep praying for Melva, and I pray for Melva too because I don't like how they treat Melva up there. And that is what I come to Claire to say. Thank you.